this that has to be activated. And there we go. Sound. There we go. Yay! We have things happening. Yes. Anyways. This is looking great on my stream, but it's a bit stretched out on my TV. I don't remember how to fix that. This isn't the thing to fix it, I'm pretty sure. How do I unstretch video on TV? Menu. Ah, aspect ratio. Original. That's what it should have been this whole time. That's better. Yeah, that about fixes it. Alright. Let's start over with... Huh. Apparently, I started 2 files, and then had one with the default name. I must have deleted an endgame or something. Let's delete this one. Or maybe I started streaming this a couple times before and just kind of forgot. I do tend to forget stuff a lot. Alright. I do remember that this name gives you one of the optimal stat growths. Let's go with ultra fast text. We can slow it as we need later. Light orb. Dracolord. Emerged from nowhere. Man, was this really how it went back then? How the story writing went back then? I know there were space constraints, but from out of nowhere. What's this? The torch? The key. I think in the NES version, Loto was Erdrick and Laura was Gwaelin. Foul monsters. Makes no mention of it. Oh, no. You were locked in the throne room. I recall it was the king that you would save at, or the king that you would go to level up. Yeah. So here, the king will save. Did you know? No. Well, now I know. I guess that was just like, that NPC was just a test of the dialogue system. The yes-no dialogue. Guess there's not really much point in checking everything. Not anymore, not like it used to be. Alright, so we take the money that we got. Oh, you got your temporary. So we got 120 G's, 120 gold pieces. And our first sword is too expensive. But we can get a stick or a club. 2 points of difference for six times the price. I think I'll just go with the bamboo stick. There's players. What else you got for me? 2 to 4, 2 to 6, 2 to 6. Wait. Yeah, I don't have that yet. I have just enough for the leather shield. Not sure if I want it. Kinda want to save up for the copper sword. I like the little extensions they gave to these songs. The castle tune I had to warm up to, but I really like it now. Why do they do that? We have a party member. We should get disorders and a D scale. Get all that scale off of your armor. Definitely saving the rest of my G. Alright, let's go bust us up some slimes. $2G. Well, they are slimes. I might actually be a bit over-equipped to fight slimes. But I'm pretty sure the next monster up is too tough for us. They even extended this song, if you can stay out of battle long enough to hear it. So we have to fight 5 slimes to afford 1 medical herb. What's in the mountains? Are we gonna get destroyed? Red slime. Or a she slime as they're called now. 2 EX and 4G. Oh, we can still take them out in 1 hit. Or maybe not. Promotion! Strength rose by 2, Agile rose by nothing. Draki! So far, Drakis are the most valuable. But they can hit back. Slimy. Slimies, spookies, Drakis, Stumpies. The first time a friend of mine showed me this game, way back in elementary on the NES, I couldn't stop laughing at the dumb smiles all the monsters had. They're just happily trying to murder you. I was half expecting the Dragon Lord to have the same kind of dumb smile on his face. Ooh. How much can we store? 1,000 gold. Okay, so same as any other Dragon Quest. Let's have a look at my items. Can I sort? Okay, so I want to equip this though. Do I use it? Okay, use it to equip. I don't even know what this does. I think it increases your defense. Slap the smiles right off of them with your bamboo stick. Which I guess is a cypress stick now. Late tradition has deemed this to be a cypress stick and not a bamboo stick. There we go. Alright, how we doing? 19 out of 21, and 0 magic points. We just learned our first spell. So it has to be the southern mountains if I want to hunt Drakis. Every time you cross a bridge, the monsters get stronger. So I guess every time the monsters cross a bridge, when exiting the Draco Lord's palace, they get weaker. So red slimes and Drakis. Are how we are going to level up until we can get ourselves properly kitted out at that first town. Bump into the water. Classic critical sound. I think we've depleted all the Drakis around here. We're just getting red slimes. Alright, how much money we got? 133. Oh, there's a Draki. Kinda thinking I should go back to the inn to get my magic recharged. But if I need to heal, I've got medical herbs. Fireball. It's fireball with one L. Fireball. Which I think is like Sizz? No, Frizz. Yeah, they started, well, didn't start exactly, but at a certain point they started naming the spells after the sound effects they make. Back then they were like, I think it was Fireball, Firebane, and then Firebolt. So you would learn, I believe, Frizz, Sizzle, and then Ka-Sizzle. So a single target fire, multi-target weak fire, and then multi-target strong fire. Oh no, wait. Now that I think about it, I think the first spell you learned in the NES version was Harm. Or no, wait, Heal and then Harm. So it wasn't even a fire spell, it was just a hurting spell. And that might have been because in the Japanese version, traditionally, their magic naming convention is complete nonsense words. Like the healing spell is Hoimi, or something like that. And Hoimi doesn't mean anything, it's just complete nonsense. It's just one of those things that, like, if you say Hoimi, only Dragon Quest fans will know what you're talking about. Although, when you're talking about Japan, everybody's a Dragon Quest fan. Like, I think they used to declare it like a national holiday when Dragon Quest games came out because people would just skip work or skip school to play them. I don't know if that's still the case, though. Maybe if they still stick to the traditions. I find myself a little bit underwhelmed by Dragon Quest XI. Like, it goes through the steps of being a Dragon Quest, but I think that's the problem I have with it. That it's too traditional. It just feels like they stuck Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 together and called it a single game. Because, like, there's a lot to do. Oh, spooky. There's a lot to do, but it just doesn't have the impact of Dragon Quests 4, 5, and 6. Although I do want to finish it. Like, I think I'm in Act 3 now. I do want to finish the game, I do want to get to, like, the maximum levels, but I don't think I'll want to, like, replay it. They give you two ways to play, in 2D and 3D. And I know that someday I'll want to go back and play it again in 2D mode. Like, even do like, they have a neat little, not exactly New Game Plus system, but like a system where you can restart your game in the other mode. If you're playing in 2D, then you can restart your game in 3D with all the stuff that you collected up to that point, and vice versa. So if you're stuck on levels and you don't want to grind, you can just go back to a previous chapter and play that story as if you had gotten there in the other mode. So that's kind of cool. Also, if you've taken a long break from the game and you get back to it, then you can revisit an earlier chapter. Like, go back to the latest chapter that you remember, and play through the story from there. So that's a nice feature. And you don't have to lose any of the EXP or levels or items that you've gotten up to that point, other than maybe story-critical items. The items that you'll get once you hit a certain story point anyway, those ones will be taken away. But you don't have to worry about those because you're going to get them anyway, you can't miss them. Oh, I can get that sword now. Buy my old weapon? Not automatically. What else have we got? Any other treasures? No? I think with the copper sword we should be strong enough. Copper sword, heal spell, and a couple of herbs, just in case. should be strong enough to get through that first cave for which we collected the torch. I believe it's just past here. Now we have fancy slashing animations. Wasn't there supposed to be a thing around here? At least for finding Drackies. Sword Slash just kind of misses, but that's fine. It hits anyway. We're just kind of scaring them off, really. This is Garenham, isn't it? I don't need an inn right now. So what can we upgrade? We can upgrade to an iron axe, chainmail, and an iron shield. Just herb torch and dragon scale. Let's get another torch, just in case. Uh-huh. Keep practicing. There was a monster just waiting outside of the town. That one got sliced real clean. I could swear there's a cave near that first town. Just across like a desert or something. Ah, this must be it. The start button asks for a quick save. So I keep hitting that instead of B. The B button opens your menu. Those torches do not provide any light. Ah. What do we have here? My name is Loto, to my descendant, to reach the demonic island that can be seen from Tantagel. 3 magic implements were needed. I used them to cross the sea and defeat the Lord of the Demons. I will entrust the 3 mystic items with 3 sages. Their descendants will guard them. When evil returns to that island, collect the items and fight it. The 3 sages are waiting. It is your duty to go, my progeny. Okay. Now I gotta find my way out of here. Are these anything special? No. There's always a little bit of time pressure in these caves because of the way that the torches slowly burn out. Are there any other treasures or something to get in here? Doesn't look like it. So maybe time to cross the bridge. Spookies and Drackies. Another bridge? Want to make sure I've seen everything there is to see here, though. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen some stronger monsters. Even going right back down to the blue slime. That is a hefty level up. Nothing special on this part of the continent? I'm just heading back to Tantagel, aren't I? I think that first bridge was a fake. The animations are fancier for critical hits as well. Magician, now we're starting to hit some more powerful monsters. But of course, I am more powerful too. I heard that a lot of the Japanese fan base were kinda... Ooh, Magidraki. Now the real fights begin. Koi or Cole? Pretty white. Search for some keys. I heard that the remakes for Dragon Quests 1, 2, and 3, the HD 2D remakes, were kind of a disappointment. But I'm really not expecting much from Square Enix these days. Not unless they're doing like a Nintendo collab. Like if they do a Final Fantasy VI remake with Monolith Soft, then I'll be expecting a lot. Into the thousands, maybe. But I could drop some dosh on a leather shield at this point. It's like an easy upgrade for only about half my money. Now my sprite has the proper sword and shield. Doesn't look like he's prancing around in his pajamas anymore. What if I say yes? Big boy. A powder puff massage. A puff puff. Okay. Puff 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 puff. What became of another Dragon Quest tradition, the Puff Puff. That's the bank over there. Is it also the inn? I don't remember seeing an inn. Do you need a key for this inn? Oh, there's the inn. 12G a night. Shop in River that sells keys. Okay, so next place to go is the island in the south. But of course, we need to gain some levels and upgrade our equipment. Anything special in this forest? Nope, nothing in there. I'm pretty sure at some point we have to search in these swamps. By the time we have to do that, we should have a spell called Step Guard, or Safe Passage. Okay, this is back to somewhere easier. Yeah, okay. This is back to the first area. So how do we make our way to the south? Are we supposed to just cross this swamp? Kind of want to get a warp wing if I have to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 steps through the swamp. One torch. Do a little bit of exploring. I wonder if this was called Scorpion in the NES version, or if it was like Scorpy. This thing's pretty tough. We should try this fireball spell. There we go. Yeah, it's got tough armor. So the armored somethings, we want to cast magic on them. I should head back. That Scorpion took a lot out of me. So the way south is in that cave. We haven't actually made a proper save. I just realized the only place you can save is Tantagel Castle. So we should probably do that. It's a good thing when you open a door, it stays open. Like when you use a key to open a door, it stays open forever. So, we can buy keys in that southeastern island. That's gonna be our next quest, apparently. Once we get some keys, we can go back here and open some of the doors that we saw. "11 steps through the swamp." If I recall, most of this game is the final dungeon, and I forgot to get more torches. Yeah, most of this game is the final dungeon. Well, the one dungeon there is. Everything else is just kind of a little cave that you go through. But yeah, the one dungeon and preparing to go through the one dungeon. And I mean, that's fine. Even for today, if you make a small game that is as replayable as this, it'll be worth. I don't know. I'd say you could reasonably ask for $10, maybe even 20. A short little simple one quest game, one quest, one dungeon game that you really put your all into it. This is not where I can buy torches. I keep wanting to call this place Aliahan, but it's Tantagel. I think in the NES version it was like Braconnery or something. What can I upgrade? So I can upgrade from this to that. 2 points. Yeah. I think I'm done with equipment in this town. Next it'll be like the multiple hundreds that I need to upgrade in Garenham. But I do need torches. Maybe a couple more medical herbs too. get 3. What else you got for me? Just these 3 items. Alright. So far, the bulk of my health has been taken away in swamps. With 3 torches, I can afford to explore a little bit more. An eye spider. This bit of damage to me. Have to save some of this magic, or yeah, gonna have to save some of this magic for Fireball against the scorpions. Speak of the devil. Oh, hello. So we need a key for that too. That's a unique rock. It's kind of like he just blows a raspberry at it. Let's search for a town, or brace ourselves to fight some tough monsters. Ruin. Definitely more than 3 hits. 16, 24, 23. And I didn't see how much that last hit was, but that's quite a lot. Skillies. Ooh, these things hit pretty hard. I think I might die here. I'm definitely not doing too hot. I gotta find that town. Let's hope it's in the field somewhere. No, is it a forest town? Desert town? Mountain town? Oh, that's what the bridge is, isn't it? Okay, Magic Racky I can handle. Not gonna have enough magic for the scorpions in the cave going back. I might have to flee from them. They did extend the battle theme. Oh, but this was not how I hoped I would find out. Learned a new spell, Sleep. Nice. I don't have enough points to cast it, but still pretty nice. I'm going to lose 250 golds if I can't find that town. Gold Golem. Goldman. I don't think I'm anywhere near strong enough to fight this thing, but I'm gonna try. Nope, 16 damage. How could you die? Yeah, go to a town. That's what I was trying to do. Is that guy sleeping? Snivel. The herb? Alright, get a bunch more herbs. I think I'm okay on torches, but I might as well just get one more. That should about cover it. You would think they would attack less frequently. Seeing that I was already strong enough to one-shot them before. I guess the ones that encounter me just don't survive to tell the tale. So take 10 damage here. Back to the quest of finding that town. Okay, to the left is the place where the bridge shows up. I wonder if the skeleton or gold golem are susceptible to falling asleep. So in this area, I should be able to get that 500 needed for the Iron Axe in Garanam. Ah. Nice. That's a new creature. Can you be put to sleep? Wolf Lord. Stop spell. Oh. Can't heal myself with spells. How could you die? Maybe I should see if I can find a warp wing. If I can buy a warp wing somewhere. Maybe Garanham sells them. That way, when I'm starting to run out of resources, I can just use that. Huh, a red slime near town. They're getting more brazen. Oh, I can't carry anymore. How many am I carrying? 6. Really? Alright. I don't remember there being a limit of 6 herbs. Alright, over to Garanham, see if they sell warp wings. Diddle-diddle-ding. Low 5 beats to deny war crimes too. That's what the Dragon Quest soundtrack has become for me. The entire series soundtrack. I'll still enjoy the songs, but in the back of my mind, there'll always be lo-fi beats to deny war crimes too, because of Koichi Sugiyama. Chain will definitely be worth it. And the iron shield looks like, actually. The iron axe. The iron axe is probably the least. Iron axe I'll get last. Chances are I might find a better sword on the way. Nothing? Maybe that third town will have the warp wings I require. I think at some point you're supposed to search somewhere around here to find Garanham's harp, or Garen's harp. I don't remember if you have to pass a certain plot point first. Like, I think it was buried under this tree. Or maybe it's in there. a video showed up on my recommended feed, on my recommended YouTube feed a while ago, about this possibly being the very end of Square Enix. And I mean, I kind of agree that Square Enix just doesn't seem to have the talent and the ambition and the passion. The current Square Enix just doesn't seem to have the talent and ambition and passion that they need to make games that are worth buying and playing and putting on your bookshelf and playing again years later. They kind of have to lean on remakes now. Remakes and collaborations. And they spent too much time trying to make their mobile division, or keep their mobile division profitable. But from where I'm looking, mobile was like a bubble that burst a while ago. There's people that'll pay, there's whales and minnows and all that, but a game that's designed for whales and minnows isn't going to be a good game. It's just a money-making machine. And the longer you rely on that money-making machine, the fewer people stick around to make worthwhile games. Like, the people who want to make worthwhile games move to Nintendo or Monolith Soft or Intelligent Systems. The people who want to make RPGs anyway, they move to Monolith Soft or Intelligent Systems. People who want to make action games move to Platinum or Team Ninja. And then, like, those companies might collaborate with Squaresoft, but then you've got, like, this weird, mutated Final Fantasy that is now a production of Team Ninja and is trying to be Game of Thrones and has none of the qualities of Final Fantasy, which, I mean, if you saw the merger between Square and Enix, Squaresoft and Enix, you were probably expecting this, that Enix would use Final Fantasy as their experimental, like, they strip Final Fantasy of any of its unique value, and now use Final Fantasy as their experimental room. Because Enix is the owner now. Squaresoft is just a property. Squaresoft and its IPs are just that, IPs, to be used and exploited until they don't profit anymore. We've got a weapon shop here. What can we upgrade here? 19 to 33. If I can save up. Oh, even better. Steel armor. Probably best to save up the 1,000. But what's really best right now is to get 2 warp wings. If there is an item shop here that'll sell them to me. If not, then I'll have to grind out the levels to learn the warp spell. Let's see, any further left from there leaves town. Oh, that just leaves town. So, if you want to save yourself a key, just figure out how to get around these buildings. The strength seed. Might as well use that now. There's no point in saving those up, especially. Ha! cloth armor. If you can get over here without any armor, then I guess that would be an upgrade. But now that's just a bundle of cash. A most beautiful woman in the cave by the sea south of here, but the cave is infested with monsters. There can't be a beautiful woman there. You must have just imagined it. Aha, item shop. What you got for me? Certainly. Warp wings. Let's grab 2 of those. But Cumio, you have no room! Please make room. Alright, let's sell you one of my torches. Oh, and the cloth. Forget selling the torch, I'll sell the cloth. Alright, with warp wings, I can throw a little bit of caution to the wind. Man, these low-level monsters are getting real aggressive. Are they just multiplying faster than I can beat them? To get that monster breeding program up and running. Spiders might be good to grind up on, but I want to see if I can hunt down some gold golems. Melt them with a fireball spell. Unless gold is a magic-resistant metal. Well, we're about to find out anyway. If I can land another gold golem. A goldman. Splork. Every Druin fight pays for itself. Skeletons, though, I'm not so sure. Aha! There's the town. Now, just to get to it. Nice level up. Ooh, a metal scorpion. Will it still be scorched by fireballs? Metal Scorpio. Alright. Fire does 9 damage. Sword, 6 damage. Let's keep doing fire. Oh, and it attacks fast, too. That was riskier. Rimmeldar. Hypothetically, I could warp wing back here. Even a warrior should wear a ring. It's a form of etiquette. Have you gone to the sacred shrine? I don't believe so. Head south. Okay. I believe that I'm just wearing the dragon scale right now. Dragon scale accessory. Aha, another warp wing. Huh, okay. What do you got? Got warp wings, herbs, torches. And that's it. And what upgrades do we have here? Get the iron axe now. Maybe I should. The next upgrade is the steel sword. Gonna have to start getting into the thousands. Alright, let's sell something. I do have an extra warp wing. Yeah, extra warp wing. So that's where I can get warp wings if I need them. So I want to head south to get to that sacred shrine. But I also want to grind a bit around here. Skillies. Let's see if this axe will do yet. 16 damage. So 2 hits with the axe. Not bad. Means I probably don't have to sleep you. Aha, just a regular old wolf this time, but it deals 15 damage. Maybe we should sleep it. Yeah, we're gonna be making... We're gonna be making a lot of use out of those warp wings. So we can't just warp to anywhere we want. We have to warp back to Tantagel. At least the inn is cheap. At least the inn is cheap and the world is relatively small. There might be a spell or an ability or an accessory that turns off monster encounters on the overworld. Might be a good way to skip low-level enemies and get to where you really need to start grinding. What's my info? Doing okay. Steel Scorpio, can you sleep? Oh wow, you can. How much damage does an axe do? 8. And the fire bale? 17. So sleep and fire bale the steel Scorpio. Metal Scorpio. The Scorpio of metal. Another bridge. The shrine we're looking for must be this way. I'm running low on stuff. I'd better warp wing. And I skipped to the town where I could buy warp wings too. I'd hate to be the guy that gets taken out by the slime right outside of town. I'm probably gonna be that guy. Knowing me. I think when I first played this, I could memorize this cave. This time, though, I don't really want to. I only have one torch. I'd better stop at that town. We have 2 torches and 2 warp wings. I wonder if it would help things if I changed my sound source for this one. Doop. So changing sound source. Right outside of There's a whole mountain range. Only the king can write your deeds upon the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. I really prefer the Imperial Scrolls of Honor to the church-based saving there is now. I always kind of wondered if there would be a story where someone steals the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. So, like, as you progress in the story, you'll find your good deeds being undone, and theirs being saved, even if you beat them. Right, try and put this guy to sleep first. 19 damage. Maybe I should get some first. Spend on unnecessary supplies or just work with all the herbs I can carry. They don't need to go back here. See, I've been streaming for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, that should be good for now. Let's resume this some other day. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll catch you next time.